Let's imagine that you are wanting to make videos about Formula One. You've filmed the video and in the edit you've downloaded some relevant clips on the topic you've covered. You've exported the video and now you've come to upload it to YouTube and you've been hit by a copyright claim. So why has this happened? Well, first up, I need to let you know that I am not a legal expert, and all the information I'm going to be sharing with you today has been from my conversations with Formula One, with content creators who are working in the paddock, and also my own experience from working for a YouTube certified company within the UK. And I can guarantee that you're going to learn something new from this video, so make sure to watch to the very end. To begin with, everything filmed within the track perimeter at a Formula One event, including clips from the broadcast, uploads to the F1 social channels, or any bespoke shoots which isn't at the races, is copyrighted. And the reason it's copyrighted is because Formula One, rightfully so, need to look after their IP, their intellectual property, and get to pick and choose who has their media rights. Now here in the UK, we've got two broadcasters, which are Channel 4 and Sky Sports F1, who have obviously paid millions of pounds to be able to show those live races and those highlight packages. So if you're uploading even like a 5-second clip which hasn't been licensed by Formula One, then that there is a copyright claim. Now when talking about this subject, you might have heard of the term fair use, or here in the UK, fair dealing law, which is basically an exception to using copyrighted material. This law allows you to use copyrighted content as long as it's transformative from the original source material. However, those perimeters do differ depending on the country you're in, and ultimately it's up to a judge in court to decide whether your content is transformative. So as a purely random example here, let's just say that you're wanting to make a meme review video of a previous F1 race, you know, clipping up certain funny moments of it, you're adding in sound effects, you're adding video filters, what have you. To us as viewers, we would all look at that and say that is transformative, that is completely different from the original source material. However, just because we think it's transformative doesn't then make it law. Again, it's only until you've gone to court where the judge is the one deciding if it's transformative enough from the source material to be classed under fair use or fair dealing. It's one of the biggest misconceptions online that you can throw out these terms and you think it's going to scare away some lawyers. No, it's only until you've literally been taken to court, sat in front of a judge, and that's where it's all decided for you. And of course, I'm not saying that if it is transformative, then you can't do anything. And there have been loads of cases where it's gone in favor of the video creator. But in our example, going against one of the largest sporting brands to a legal battle, for most of us, it really isn't an option. And I've experienced this firsthand, where I almost got into some big trouble when I posted my 1950s recreation video. Now, I had licensed all the footage from various stock footage websites, newsreel archives and historic film reel companies, all except one which was the only coloured footage from that race in 1950. So I purchased the very last DVD from their limited stock of 500 copies and used it in the project. And I got caught. And like many do on the internet, I claimed fair use, fair dealing, it was transformative enough from the original source. Doesn't matter, because you're going to be wasting away thousands of pounds going to court, hiring lawyers, weeks amount of work, and it's just not worth it for the project. But I was very lucky that the actual copyright holders were quite cool about it, and we actually struck up a deal, so I was able to use the footage in the project. And still to this day, it's the most expensive video I've ever created. And even though it's gone over 1 million views, I haven't come close to making that back yet in revenue, but it was still worth it. But going back to you being caught out, so you're uploading clips of Formula One races onto your YouTube video and you're getting hit by a copyright claim. How does this actually happen? This is part of the YouTube Content Management System, also known as CMS for short, and is a separate tool accessible only for YouTube certified companies. A simple way to try and explain this, imagine a full 2-hour-long video broadcast of a Formula One race that is then uploaded to the back end of YouTube, where it will automatically find some digital fingerprints from video frames or audio files, and it will use that as reference point to look across the entire website of YouTube for anything that is similar. So then when you upload a video to YouTube, once it's uploaded, it will then go to processing for about 10 to 20 minutes. And in this process is when it's been searched across all of YouTube, across all the different types of digital fingerprints to see if there's any correlation. And if it finds a match, then that's when you'll get an automatic copyright claim. Now, copyright holders have 3 different options when they upload a file to the CMS and finds matches of their video file also already on YouTube. The first one being blocking all countries, so basically your video can't be seen by anyone. You then have monetize, which basically means the video can be seen by other people, but all the ad revenue will go back to the copyright holder. And the third one is tracking all countries, and that's basically you're doing nothing with it, but you're just keeping tabs on it just to see what happens. And there are some deeper parameters into this. For example, if you're you're in America and you're trying to watch some content on the Sky Sports F1 YouTube channel, some of the videos won't be available to you, and that's due to it being geo-blocked, blocking it in your country because their different TV rights have been sold. But that's getting onto TV rights, and we're just talking about making F1 videos on YouTube and copyright. Now, some creators out there, I won't name any names, will basically try to bypass this digital fingerprint process by adding video effects to the screen, flipping the image or scaling it up, anything to change the reference material to what was originally uploaded to make it completely different. So therefore, it bypasses this YouTube CMS system, and it means it allows you to monetize the video copyright free. But it's not copyright free. It's still copyrighted material, and it can still be manually detected by the copyright owner. So they can literally go onto your video, find it that it's got copyright material and report it, and then you could potentially get a strike on your YouTube channel. But then how am I able to show this footage on screen right now? I haven't paid millions of pounds to Formula One. Well, there are a couple of other options you can look into if you really want to include videos of Formula One cars. Firstly, most teams offer B-roll footage from their private filming days on their media websites. These videos are specifically created for media outlets to use, and the best example of this is the Red Bull content pool. Many of these sites require you to go sign up for footage usage, but if you're not having any luck, then you can pretty much find re-uploads on YouTube. But there are other channels out there which sometimes use Formula One footage, including myself. So then how are we able to do this? Well, in my case specifically, I'm actually an accredited journalist with Netflix. I have access to their press portal, and when Drive to Survive came out as part of their press package, not only did they supply official photography from that, but also clips that I could use within my YouTube videos. But the clips are there to be used for broadcast TV on news outlets or for video-only platforms like YouTube. But one last aspect I want to cover, which you might be concerned about, but I want to be here to ease your worries about it, is if you go to a Formula One event, if you're filming, would Formula One take down your video? As I said in the beginning, when you walk into an F1 event, the whole perimeter of that circuit is covered by F1 copyright. So yes, the photos and your videos you're taking is covered also by that copyright. However, Formula One aren't going to be taking that stuff down. It's you enjoying the races, which is what I would like to believe is what the point of the championship is, to put on a bit of a show and have enjoyment for everyone else. Yes, obviously the championship there is to make money, and never mind that. I'm just talking about, you know, yourself having fun in the grandstands and wanting to share that with everyone. Formula One are not going to take down that type of video. But if you are invited as an influencer or a VIP or just a guest to go even to the F1 paddocks or anything, there are some rules in place. Now, really awesomely, Tony Cohen-Brown, who is an incredible creator, made some really insightful pieces with the Aston Martin team last year, who had the same rules and restrictions when making her videos, and a huge shout out to her for sending this across. For the talent guidelines, you can mostly film everywhere you like, but only with a mobile and DSLR. But this doesn't allow footage of the cars on track or an active pit lane. No sponsorships on the video, and no bad language towards the championship, no mature content or featuring those under 18 years of age. And Tony mentioned that she's going to be doing a follow-up talking about what all the passes actually do within the F1 paddock. So if you want to see that, her links are down in the description below. But then the main takeaway I want you to have from this is that you cannot use Formula One copyrighted material on YouTube. Except in some situations you can, but then in other situations you definitely can't. But then you might see examples on YouTube of other people doing it, which in theory breaks all the rules, and you can't really explain why that's been allowed. But then you also might be thinking to yourself, I want to see some of that restricted content, but I can't because I'm in a different country. Well, as this video has followed all the rules and law, I want to thank today's sponsor who can help you out with that, Surfshark VPN. By using their VPN service, you can digitally change your location to a different country. You might have heard about this before, about accessing your favorite TV shows and films which are geo-blocked in other countries. Well, this is the exact same method, by digitally changing your location to another, so then you're able to watch those videos, watch those TV shows, and your favorite films. But it's not just limited to folk like us in the UK. Surfshark has over 3,000 servers across 100 countries, meaning you can unlock even more geo-blocked programs and services in different territories. And if you use my promo code MattAmis at checkout, not only will you get 83% off your plan, you also get 3 extra months for free. And on top of that, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. So you can try all of this out right now. And if it's not for you, there is no risk in cancelling. So make sure to click the link in the description below. Thanks very much for watching. And if you're new here, make sure to click subscribe.